Hey there, welcome to my home. In today's Alexandra at Home episode, I'm going to share with you what are some of my home favorites. So stay tuned and watch. This is Alexandra Villarroel Abrego and welcome to another episode of Alexandra at Home. In today's episode, I will be sharing with you what are some of my home favorites. Now I'm saying some because I'm not going to be sharing all of them. If not, this video is going to be very, very long. Now, before I get started, I invite you to visit my website, alexandravillarroel.com, and subscribe to my email list, because if you're interested in the world of personal development and coaching and becoming the best version of yourself is something that you would like to achieve, well, believe me, you will love the little gift that I'm going to give you once you subscribe to my email list. It's a free 4-part video training series that will teach you how to take your personal and professional life to the next level. So you don't want to miss out on that. Go do that right now. So without any further ado, let's begin with my home favorite. So here we are in the living space, in the living room, and here is the first one. I am absolutely in love with this beautiful painting. It's called La Primavera, Spring, from Sandro Botticelli. If you are familiar with Greek mythology, you most probably know who these people are. Here we have Aphrodite, then her son Cupid. Here we have the god Mercury, the three graces, Flora. We have the god of winds also. And basically the meaning for a lot of people who, study art and everything, what it means is unconditional love. And, I'm not going to get into the details because if I do, it's really going to be a whole video just about this. But if you analyze this painting, what you can notice is that Sandro Botticelli, being the genius that he is, what he did behind is that he kind of drew these two forms which represent the lungs, meaning that love is the oxygen of life. Isn't that beautiful? So I love this. Also, the name of it, La Primavera, spring, means, spring is all about fertility, new beginnings. So I just love this painting and the meaning of it. So I love this little corner of my house. One of my first favorites. Another one of my favorites, staying in the topic and the theme of really art and all of that, it's here. Here is one of the first paintings that I ever purchased, one of my favorites of all time. It's from Jack Vetriano, The Singing Butler. Now, I know that for a lot of people, this can be more of a controversial painting, because to a lot of people, this means slavery in a way. Like it means the servants are protecting them and getting wet. But to me, I see it in another way. And for me, it's like we're dancing in the rain and we are protected no matter what. That's what I feel this painting represents. And like I said, it's really one of my favorites of all time. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Also, staying in this corner, another one of my favorites is this beautiful, beautiful crystal. It's an amethyst. I love crystals. All around my house, there are so many crystals, and I really believe in the power that they have. And this is a crystal tree, so it's made by hand. Imagine that, the person who makes these makes it by hand, every single branch, every single little thing. And I just think it's absolutely beautiful. It's one of my favorite pieces. I have other little smaller trees like this around the house, but none of them big like this. So one of my favorites. Now let's move on here more in the official living room where the couches are. Now this is not something that I've purchased. This was part of my home when I moved here. But I remember when I saw this, I was like, I'm moving in. This is my home now. I have got to move in here. So here is, as you can see, just a regular painting. That's what it looks like. No one would suspect nothing. But then you grab this little remote right here. You press on this. And what is hiding behind that? It's a television, it's the TV. So isn't that gorgeous? I absolutely love it. And I think it's such it has this wow factor. I remember when I was little, I used to watch these telenovelas on TV, and they used to have, things like that. And I was like, when I grow up, I want to live in a place like that. My mom was like, sure, honey, I'm sure you will. But yeah, so now I do, Mom, you see? But yeah, so I absolutely love this thing. I love that you can close it again, it's absolutely beautiful. And again, it's just a wow effect. Now let's move on to the kitchen. Follow me in the kitchen here, and I'm going to show you a few of my favorites in the kitchen that I love, and especially things that I use most of the time. So let me show you here my little kettle. So every night before going to sleep, I like to make myself a nice cup of tea, and I use this nice little kettle. So I put in the water, I just click on the little thing, then the little light comes on, which I love, and then it's gonna start boiling the water. So this is very, very useful, especially if you like to drink tea, this is the perfect thing. And on top of it, another one of my favorites is my tea drawer. So this is my herbal tea drawer that is really also one of my favorites because I have all of the different types of herbal teas here. So if someone comes to my house and they say, you know what, I would like to have a nice cup of small flower willow herb, I'm gonna be like, you know what, I have some small flower willow herb. I have never tried. I don't know what it tastes like, should I say, but I still have it so that if I have a guest over and they want that, I will have it in my tea drawer, right? So I have hyssop, linden flowers. Let me know in the comment section if you know what these are and if they actually taste good. But I just bought all of the possible herbal teas to have it here. So then whenever at night I'm about to go to sleep, I look into my my tea drawer and I can prepare myself a nice cup of tea with the water that is boiling in my kettle. While we're here in the kitchen, actually, let me show you another one of my favorites, and this has been a long time favorite of mine. This is my cup where I drink my coffee in the morning. Every single morning for almost a decade now, I've been drinking my coffee here. This is a very solid one, huh? Like, I mean, it works well because, like I said, I think it's almost been 10 years that I've had this cup. I moved with it here, you know. It's my favorite. It's really one of my favorites. It says "Good morning, beautiful." So this is where basically I start all of my mornings with my "Good morning, beautiful" cup of coffee. Now let's get out of the kitchen. Like I said, there's so many other things that I could show you here in the kitchen and in other places, but you know, this video would be too long. So let me know actually in the comment section if you would like to see more of my home favorites. So let's now make a little pit stop here before we move on to my meditation room, which is actually one of my favorite rooms in my home. I love this piece of furniture. I think it's just iconic. I think it's just majestic. I just think it's beautiful. There's, you know, pieces of gold here everywhere. There's nice art here. It's, you know, imported, it's made by hand. It's this big mirror. I just think it's lovely. But actually, my real favorite here is my bamboo plants. So this is, of course, is a big one of my favorites, but this is really one of my favorites because I just think it's such a it's a real one, obviously, and it's such a beautiful bamboo plant, and I just think it's a nice piece of decor. And bamboo is actually good, you know, it brings good luck and prosperity. So you need to go get yourself some bamboos. I have 3 in my house here, but this is my favorite one out of the 3 ones. All right, so now that we are done with this portion of the house, let's actually move on to my meditation room, one of my favorite places in my house. So follow me. All right, so here we are now in my meditation room. This is one of my favorite rooms in my home. One of the first favorites that I have is just basically this big, I guess, not piece of furniture because it's part of the house, but just this place for organizing. I think it's so perfect. You know, I used to live for 7 years in a 1-bedroom condo with a 1-bathroom, and like, I mean, the living room was like the office and the dining and the living and the everything. And I have so many books that it was such a struggle to organize them, right? So I had so many books always on the floor, just trying to find places where to put them. And finally now, I have a place to organize all of my spiritual books. I can just put them all here. Then here I have some of like the important DVDs, such as the Oprah Winfrey 20-year collectible edition, right, for all of the shows. I have a lot of like courses, the Bible, Tapping the Source. I can watch all the documentaries and movies that have to do with spirituality on this TV. Another little thing that I love, well, of course, there's this, you know, it's the fireplace, so that's always fun as well. And then we have this part that I love. Again, I love to organize. I love to have, you know, storage space. And this beautiful little pyramid, I love it because here I put all of my Palo Santo. Here I put the essential oils and the things like that. So then it's all organized. Also in these drawers, I have like, this is the incense drawer where I have all the incense, and it's all, you know, organized. I love another thing, just part of this piece is this other pyramid that I have here, which is a candle. I still didn't light it up because I mean, I don't want this beautiful pyramid to melt, but I absolutely love this as well. Another one of my favorite things here in my meditation room is my Feng Shui Luo pan. So in other words, it basically means it's a compass, but it's a Feng Shui compass. So it has the specific measurements, you know, to know where each star is at which moment and where you have to place things. So it's just a beautiful, beautiful, well-made, very, very precise tool. And it's just a beautiful and precious little thing for me here in the meditation room. And you know, here in the meditation room, I'm just gonna show you one last thing, but believe me, there are so many things that are my favorites, but it would be a whole video, right? So just to do my meditation room favorites. So let me know in the comment section if you would like to see that. So let me show you the last thing here in the meditation room. It's my copper pyramid. It's a beautiful, beautiful pyramid that I ordered the moment that I moved here. It's straight from India that I got it, and it's a copper pyramid, and you just go under it when you want to do your meditation, and it just amplifies the energies and the frequencies, and I just love it. I love my beautiful pyramid. I actually want to buy a bigger one. I feel like it's not big enough for the meditation room. Let's now move on to more things here in my home. So now that I showed you the first and main floor of my home, let me actually show you the second floor, downstairs floor, where the office is. Or actually, you know what? I think that this video is gonna be too long if I do that, because there's a lot of favors that I have down here, also in the guest bedroom, the guest bathroom. So you know what? Let me know in the comment section if you want me to do a second, my favorite things at home. Let me know that in the comment section, and we'll do another Alexandra at home, because of course I don't want to take too much of your time. If you like this video, don't forget to like it. Don't forget to share it with all of your friends. And again, also in the comment section, let me know which one of these favorites do you like the most. Also subscribe for new episodes of Alexandra at Home every single week. And that is it for today. I'll see you very soon. I'm gonna go in the office and I'm gonna go work. All right, take care.